We're here with another Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Returning back, I have a homie of the show at this point. Devious Sama of Urban Sama. Say what's up, man.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's happening?
Before we even get into the episode and the topic, remember go like, comment, subscribe, turn notification bell notified for all the podcasts. And first of all, I want to say thank you guys for 1K subscribers. I am ecstatic from the bottom of my heart. You know, I've been working so hard on this, and I just want to thank you guys for all the love, support, liking, commenting, sharing, whatever you do. Just want to put that out there. Also, you guys can follow us on Anime Again Show on Instagram, Anime Again Show on Twitter, Anime Again Show on TikTok if you are on TikTok, and you can go follow Urban Sama on Instagram. Let us know where you at, man. Like, where can we find you at?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, you know, you can find us on Twitter, Clubhouse, YouTube. Instagram is most of where the activity goes down. So, you know, anywhere you search Urban Sama, just come through, show love, pop out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get into the episode today, well, as I give you what we're talking about today, we're talking about Tokyo Revengers, a series that has taken the heart of anime fans from, like, by the heart, just pure Black Force energy. Season 1 was phenomenal. And before we even get to the tier listing of the season 1 characters, I just want to talk with Devious Sama about how we feel about Tokyo Revengers. We have read the manga, and I'm pretty far. I'm about chapter 160-ish, and I think you're caught all the way up, right?
I was caught all the way up at one point. I'm probably like I'm a couple weeks behind.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you think of, we're anime only just because a lot of people don't read manga. What did you think of season 1 before you even get into this tiering?
Season 1 was crazy. I really like the direction they went with it. It was like I don't know if you remember the anime Erased.
Yeah. That was one of my first.
It's like, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying Erased was one of my first few. Like, you know, just that suspenseful aspect. Don't know what to do. Like, it would be a good game. I think this would be a good gateway anime for a lot of people.
Yeah. You think Erased is a good gateway, or
no, Tokyo Revengers? Tokyo Revengers, yeah. I was saying like Tokyo Revengers. I think as a new gen gateway, this could be like it's pretty grounded. Not a lot of, you know, supernatural things besides the time travel, of course. But I think it checked out a lot of boxes for me. What about you?
It definitely checked a lot of boxes for me. I don't know about gateway though. Oh, okay. And I say that because like a gateway is something that, you know, is like safe across the board, I'd say, to like suggest to somebody to watch. And Tokyo Revengers, like how dark and everything it gets.
Yeah.
I think you got to, one, like already be into that.
Right.
And then two is like the disclaimer I give everybody, which is within 2 to 3 episodes, you're gonna know whether it's your anime or not.
Yeah.
Because either you gonna fall in love with Takamichi and, you know, the gang, or you gonna be sick and tired of Takamichi and you just gonna be like, give me something else.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think we talked about this. I gave it up after 5 episodes. He was like, "Nah, man, you gotta get back into it." I was like, "You know what? You're right." But we seasoned anime watchers. I would say that's a good point. Like, a lot of new anime watchers might not have that patience, and it might not jump at you and get you.
Yeah, because to be honest, a lot of people don't like watching the main character get their ass beat.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about the main character that, like, I guess what's the expectation we put on him, which is like you have to be a badass or be able to grow into being a badass. Right. And Takamichi's like, I'm not a badass. I'm probably not gonna be a badass, but I'm a main character and I got more than hands.
Like, yeah, the heart. So yeah, before we even get, all right, this is the last question, so then we'll get into the rating, the rankings. Would you rate Tokyo Revengers season 1 through 10 in your opinion?
1 through 10. I give it just season 1.
Yeah, just season 1.
8.5, 8.9.
Okay.
Because I think it was really good. Storytelling wise, you know, first and foremost, the soundtrack is busting. That opening be having me jamming along.
Facts.
The characters, I feel like they have a good crew, cast, whatever you want to call it. It's solid. Excuse me. The storyline got me eaten. I'm a time traveling anime lover, and the fact that it's just like gruesome and they get down into that nitty gritty, and I'm just like, yeah, this my type of speed right here.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I would say 8, only because this could be like a personal. It is a personal rating, but it's like it could be like a for the first maybe 5-6 episodes slow, but of course they had to build in a lot of like things they're going to do later on from season 1 and even like stuff in the manga. So yeah, for 8. I know a lot of people complain about animation and stuff like that, but who cares? I would say 8 for me as well. So that's our quick brief season 1. How we feel. Now we're gonna get into these rankings, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's share the screen with you.
It's gonna get volatile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that nigga's going in the trash. There ain't no trash ranking.
They didn't want to add. They didn't want me to add another column, so I just said D's okay, man. D's okay. But at you as the guest here, man, you can choose the first character.
All right. Man, it's so much pressure because when I be looking at this, I'm like, all right, you got to look at everybody and then consider who's on top of who would rank higher than who.
Yeah, right.
So that way you don't fuck up the whole grading scale.
Facts.
All right, so let's go with Kiyomasa.
Where you at, man? I'm low key a little blind, so don't.
Oh, my bad. Actually, hold on. I think he's the last one on the bottom.
Okay.
Next to Takamichi.
Okay, he was in episode like he was the one that beat him up, right? I'm not.
Yeah. He's the one who beat the dog piss out of Takamichi.
Yeah. That was like the first few episodes. Well, how are you feeling about him, man?
Man, he can go in D for me.
Facts. He ain't do nothing else. I don't remember him doing nothing. Like nothing.
And he was just actually I ain't gonna go crazy, but he was not an ideal character. He was sorry as hell. Like that nigga was just like, I'm a bully just to be a bully. And the fact that you embarrass me, I'ma act out even more. I ain't vibe with him. I mean, I guess he did what he was supposed to do to move the plot along.
But like even there, he's still trash.
That's about it. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go a big gun. I'm gonna go Nato. Right? Or did I say that right? Did I say his name?
Yeah. I think it's Naoto. Okay. Naoto, something like that.
He is a big important person to this plot in the manga. A lot more important. I think he kind of inspired Takamichi to go after. I mean, Takamichi was also inspired because it was like, we'll get into that when we get to him. But he was inspired by the fact that he felt like his life was like kind of shitty. But now we have him who kind of pushes him, man, let's go back and save my sister. Just the fact that he made himself a police detective and stuff like that. That's cool. I'm gonna say B. For season 1, I'm gonna say B. How we feeling? I think
I can go B. Yeah, because he's there for Takamichi whenever Takamichi. So like basically like I put him at B because you don't engage with Naruto until he comes back to the future. Right. And he only spends like maybe like 24 hours or less in the future before he goes back. So like Naruto is Takamichi's lifeline in the present timeline.
Yeah.
So, he's B.
Yeah, B. I'm gonna go B. Yeah, man. That was
because the only thing you really know about him, and then the other thing you only really know about him is that he's old girl's little brother.
Yeah.
And that he wants to keep his sister alive, and that he became a detective as a result. And that's other than that, there's nothing. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, but it's like he ain't, we ain't breaking his back to see him type thing.
Yeah, he's enjoyable every time I see him though.
Right.
He be keeping Takamichi in check. He be keeping him on assignment.
Right. All right, man. Sure go.
Oh yeah, on me. All right. Boy, What's that dude's name? The dude with the hand tats.
Is it Hama? Hama?
Hanma. Yeah, thank you. Hanma.
Yeah, Hama.
Yeah,
I,
Hanma.
I love him. He's cool as shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He creepy. He's creepy cool. He creepy cool.
I'm putting him in A.
Okay.
I'll put him in A because like antagonist wise, he's been consistent. So he's always in the way. Whenever his presence is there, he's always a threat. And yeah, he's just all around like a cool character. He's not cool in the sense of being like a good person, but just cool in the sense of serving as like a good delinquent. I don't give a fuck. I came here to throw hands, and yeah.
I always remember him as like I don't remember which episode count went because it was a minute ago, but it's always like we were if you were watching Weekly, you were scared shitless of him because he was the reason why Draken, how you pronounce it, got killed. He was the mastermind behind that, and I just love the hand tattoos, his expression. It's just like whenever you feel him, you're like, man, I don't feel like something good is about to happen. So I'm gonna say A2. I agree. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
he kind of gave me like Orochimaru vibes.
yeah, like he always plotting, always got like always even like in the manga, no spoilers of course, but he's always there, always smiling, always something there. Like I like that a lot.
And that's the thing. He's not even really a plotter. He's more of like an executor.
Yeah.
Like he executes so damn well. So damn well. It's just like whenever you see him on screen, you know some trouble's about to pop off. Even if he's smiling, even if he, says he has good intentions,
You know the deal. You know the deal. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go A2. So all right, now it's my turn. I'm gonna go with to people who don't understand the plot or whatever, and they on a surface level, this is people who don't understand it might think this show is about her, but it's not. I'm gonna go with you remember her name? The Shawty. You remember her?
I'm
Be
trying to
honest.
think of her name. I can't remember at the top of my head right now.
I'm gonna be honest, but basically, the girl that Takamichi dated when he was 12, and like, you know, yeah. Okay,
Let
y'all
me
get
see
off
if I can
that.
pull up. Let me pull up. I'll pull up her name. Go ahead. What you put on her rank at?
I'm honestly, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say C. It's why I'm
Oh boy, don't violate. Go
not
ahead.
even know it's a violent stuff. Well, she did inspire Takamichi to an extent. I do think once you were to go through the show and you maybe even read the manga, or I don't think you need to read the manga to see this. Just watching the show, you realize that he didn't do it just because of her. He wanted to save everybody. Like in one sense, he wanted to save Draken from him getting killed. Another sense, he wanted to save so and so from having this, and even farther along the timeline, he goes back in time. He stays messing up in a sense to where other people are getting affected. So he went back in time for, of course, for the surface level, it seemed like for her, but like it was reality for his whole life back in a sense. But she was the catalyst to start him jumping back in time. So she does have some importance. She is a nice girl to him. She does tell him like, "Yo, you're different for this and that." And I always think of one scene, and we might talk about it off there, basically saying that kind of in the sense of like he might not be good for her, but maybe he needs to stick her. I think you know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna say it because it's a little spoiler.
Yeah.
But whatever. But I just like the fact that like she did hold him down. And it is a little weird sometimes to think about when he go back in time and he's like the mind of like a 28-year-old and she's 12. It's a little, little whatever. But it's anime. I think she's a mad cool girl, but I'm gonna go see. Compared to who else we're gonna have to put B, A, and stuff like that. I'm gonna go see.
Okay. Yeah, and her name is Hinata. Hinata Tachibana.
He's not a touch about. Okay. Thank you.
For the viewers. No problem, no problem. Man, I don't know. I can't agree with the C. I would say she would fall into the B or even an A category. Point being, she is the original catalyst for him going back. She is like the first, like you said, she's the first person he wants to save.
Right.
And basically, she is like, what's the way I can put it? she is not, even though her life is in danger, she is not a damsel in distress. And you see it because at every point that Takamichi is like doubting himself or, is like, I don't know if I can do it, Hinata is always there. Hinata stood up to Mikey when he was too afraid to stand up to Mikey and gave him a backbone to stand up to Mikey with. Um, throughout the season, whenever, with the Kiyomasa thing where they're at the shrine,
Mm-hmm.
she's comforting that nigga. She's letting him know, like, you are not, you have value. Um, when shoot, are we? Yeah, it's season 1, so we can talk about the spoilers.
Right.
So when she gets like fucked up in the car, she understands she's dying, and she's like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here."
Right.
Also,
It's very much like self-sacrifice for Takamichi, for sure.
yeah, and then we also got to give her respect for her intellect, because she, out of everybody around them, is one of the first people to notice the discrepancy when he goes back in time, because she's the one who says, hey, sometimes you be acting like, a kid, sometimes you be acting like real mature. Like, what's up with that? So, like, even though she's not a time traveler, she's very perceptive to Takamichi, and I think she's very integral to him. She's just as integral to his success as Toman is, I would argue.
Okay.
So I would say she would have to be anywhere from B to A.
We could do B.
Off that standpoint.
We could do B because you said A and I said C. So just to, we don't got that third person. So you cool with B?
Yeah, B right.
Okay.
Gotta put respect on Hinata's name, because she be ready to throw hands with whoever. She
No,
like, I'm not gang, but I'll fuck you up.
No, I want to tell people I think she cool. I just think a lot of characters on this list is just dope. I don't.
Yeah, it's stacked.
So, it's your turn though, my brother.
All right. Let us put. Let's go ahead and put Kasaki up there.
S tier, man. Come on now.
I really do want to put him in the trash, but as a character that's supposed to be a villain,
S tier.
I would put him.
Wait, we're doing season 1. Okay, never mind. I can't really. I don't know. This is tough.
Even season 1. Let me see who else is a villain on there, because I want to make sure I'm straight. Damn, I hate that nigga. I wanna preface this by saying I hate that. I hate that motherfucker. But with everything into account, we can put him in S.
Yeah, man.
And here's why we can put him in S. It's because every step of the way, I mean, like, as far as everything goes, we don't know if he's a time traveler yet or not.
Right.
Every step of the way, he is
in the way.
He is in the fucking way. He is the Eisen of that fucking universe right now. I'm talking about, he concocts the craziest plans to get what he wants, which ultimately fucks up Takamichi, and Takamichi's trying to undo. And I guess he's written so good, I hate him. But he's S tier.
You're meant to hate him, and like for me, it was like he's a character when he comes on the screen, it's no, or a panel, whatever you do, no good. He is for real, the driving plot of this show, of at least season 1 and later on. And I just think everything he does is meant to fuck with Takamichi. I wouldn't say dual antagonist, but like, the pro versus antagonist. And it's just like, it always seems like he's in the way without even getting into all the nit and grit. He's climbing his way to the top of the world, of the Tomon gang. He's just moving at a fast pace, because at one point you think, okay, one dude's a villain, now he's coming out of nowhere, now he's already a captain. It's just like, he's always in the way. So
And
yeah,
he's always he reminds me of like kind of like a Lelouch with no powers,
right, right,
or like light Yagami type, where he's always like 5 to 10 steps ahead, and the only thing that stays the protagonist is the fact that he's a protagonist. And Mama, because he's the one who's giving homage. So I think that's justified.
right. So yeah,
It's justified.
as no.
All right, it's your go, my guy.
What'd you say? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh no, I said it's on you. We ain't got to deliberate. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, bad. I was just making sure. For the next character, I'm gonna go with. Is this Smiley, right? Smiley? No, is this Smiley? One of them
Yeah,
Smiley.
that is Smiley.
Orange hair?
Nah, he's smiling. He's smiling.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I think Smiley mad cool. He ride or die, can beat some ass. We don't go too in depth into about him in this season or whatever because just a lot going on and stuff like that. For me though, it might be a little harsh. I might compared to what we have now. I might say C. What about you? Give me some how you feel off of season 1 of Smiley.
I mean, people, yeah, I could see C. I only say C because he is part of the Tomon gang.
Right.
We haven't seen too from him, his motivations, him interacting with Takamichi as much. It's kind of more like we know he's a captain and that he loves throwing hands while smiling. So yeah,
Yeah, he is badass.
the public might not fuck with us, but I could see C.
Yeah, and it's also like there's so much. It's only season 1. We have so much time to learn about him. I just think you guys see he's a cool captain and he can fight, and the aesthetic of him is cool, but not as much as in depth about him, and not yet at this point. So I would say C.
Nah, I can vibe that. I can vibe with that.
All right, your turn, man. Your turn, man. What's up?
All right, let's go Baji.
Where you at, Baji?
He's the black hair one in the middle, long hair, don't care.
Yeah, that one. My God.
I put him in. I put season 1 wise. I'll put him up there in A.
I was gonna say A2. That's funny.
Yeah, I could put him in A. Out of the captains, he definitely has more interactions with Takamichi. Season 1, we get to see his motivation. Unfortunately, his untimely passing. His act on Tomon and its formation, as well as like the lengths he was willing to go for his friends.
Also, you were so confused I think for me, with my bad, but I was just saying for me, just to say the thing about that, it was like you didn't know whether he was good or evil watching it. Like going back and forth each episode, you were like, so are you good? Are you bad? Are you really doing this? Are you just doing this because like you didn't know what he was doing this for in a sense? And then when you see that all wrapped around, it was just like, wow, he did this for the greater good of the Tomon family.
Nah, I knew he wasn't on no bad shit. Although, like you said, it was convincing. Like,
yeah, I mean, he beat the hell out of his captain right here, or whatever. He beat the hell out of him that I forgot what episode. So it was like he really went to the ends meet to like.
Nah, that's not him.
Oh, what?
It's the one. It's the one to the left, Takamichi.
Oh,
Chifu Yu.
Yeah. I'm tripping. But he went to the greater ends to beat him. But it was like, so I didn't like think that because you know how it is anime and stuff like that, and any type of story, whatever. But it's like
I can't beat up my friend.
exactly. But it's like he did that, and like I was convinced for a few episodes, and maybe some people weren't, but just to show what he did, like I mean, he sacrificed his life for them, for them not to go on the dark path. I would say A2.
Yeah, definitely. definitely, yeah. Because he was convincing, and he's one of those people who I think's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm always angry, but really, he got a soft ass heart.
Like he the soft giant, soft teddy bear in the room, or
He's
whatever.
just know how to beat your ass. Like,
Yeah, like,
um, well, while we talking, oh no, it's your turn. Go ahead.
bet. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with a big gun, man. Draken. I'm gonna go with
S.
Draken. Where however you pronounce, I've heard both. S. I mean,
S.
no,
Straight S.
even top
No
S.
deliberation.
Yeah, for me, top S too. Like, there's no
Yeah,
conversation.
because
Like he's the right hand man of the man. I guess you could either say right hand man or him and Mikey are both like the heads of the snake. Um, he is the protector. He is the leader. He is the person that keeps Mikey in check. He gives Mikey life, and I think he just embodies everything that is also the good about Tome. I think
exactly.
he keeps Toman on a good path because we have also seen in a crazy scenario where if Mikey didn't have Draken, what happens? I think
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of depth to him with him not having a home, having to live with a lot of women. I think him I mean, that this could be his character, but him, find out that he lives with all women, stuff like that, and how he's so protective of all of them, even though he's living in like a kind of like a stripper type thing or whatever.
brothel.
Yeah, that type thing, and just how much of a good person he really is, and he kind of just been forced into this life for real because of him being like not having parents. And my man has that
Exactly.
dope ass head tattoo. I mean, come on now, and the braid, like,
This nigga got a head tattoo at like 7 years old. I was like, what the fuck?
and even in this current time, they're only like what 14, 15, like eighth, ninth graders. Like, where the parents at? That's the real question. But well, dead, but whatever. I love Drake, and me and you talked about doing cosplay Drake and Mikey. I think he's an S tier. No needs to talk about it for real that much, even though we did.
Nah, yeah.
You got anything?
There's no deliberation.
Anything to add before we go on to your pick?
I mean, just to piggyback off what you were saying, like the complexity of his character, his backstory, and how he integrates with both Takamichi and Mikey, as well as the rest of Toma, I think it's incredible because if you look at Draken, um, he's like has one of the I would say one of the worst upbringings out of everyone in Toma, Mikey included.
Mikey upbringing wasn't that bad when you later on. It was not that bad.
Exactly. So like for him to have the worst but have the most compassion is kind of like I'll never forget that scene where they're in the hospital.
Yes, and basically the girl had got sexually assaulted, raped, and they were like, he was like, look, it wasn't our fault, but it wasn't directly your fault. You didn't do it, and you didn't tell anybody to do it. But it's like your impact of being around is what caused that to happen.
Yeah, and you have to ultimately eat the consequences of what your lifestyle brings to other people. So
if I'm not mistaken, with that situation, it was like one of their members' girlfriends or whatever.
Yeah, she got raped and beat up.
Yeah, and it's like, yes, he wasn't directed, but it's like you're getting people who are very like, trying to live a normal, peaceful, good people. They're not good people. They're just trying to live a normal life. And because of you, how you out here doing what you're doing, you're affecting the folks around you.
Exactly.
So yeah, S man. We had to get our first little deep dive. So sorry, we went a little tangent. Your turn though, brother.
All right. Let's go ahead and talk Chifuyu.
Where you
the
feeling?
one with the eye patch.
Oh, Chifuyu. Yes. Where you feeling?
All right. S rank. I say S because he's one of the people that that Takamichi first confides in his secret. He's dedicated to Tomon.
Wait, in season one? In season one? This happened in season one?
Yeah. Yeah, remember because he went back to the future. He went back to the future, and then
Yeah, he killed himself
Kasaki.
right off the bridge. Is he the one who like said
No,
like, oh,
no, he didn't. He didn't kill himself. That was somebody else.
okay,
What
okay.
he did was I can't remember what point, but Takamichi confided in him, and then they end up going back to the future at the end of season one. That was basically like the season one finale,
Oh, right, right,
and
right, right,
he
right.
gets killed, or it looks like he gets killed, because you see Kasaki with the gun, and then it cuts to black, and then you hear the shot. Um, so Chifuyu, because he's loyal to Toman, his impact really isn't seen later towards the later parts of season one, but basically, you know, he confides in Takamichi, and Takamichi confides in him. He's loyal to a fault, obviously. Like, he was willing to get his ass beat within an inch of his life and still believe that the person who beat his ass was doing it for, a righteous reason. Um, so yeah, I'd have to either give and then I have to give him S, because he's a ride or die. When Takamichi becomes the second, I think, second division captain.
No, first
Chif-
division, first division.
is it first division?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Draken was first division.
No, that's Takamichi's Takamichi.
Oh, my bad.
I could be wrong though.
Let me see. Nah, you're right. I'm looking at it right here. It says first division.
Okay.
It's what's that guy's name? Mitsuyu is the second division.
He's the one with the blue hair. He's the one with the blue hair, right?
Mitsuya is the one that you thought was Chifuyu. He's the one on the far left.
Okay.
But Chifuyu, S rank, motherfucker puts in his work. He's loyal to a fault. He's very integrated into Takamichi's journey towards the end of season one. And yeah, like, they basically partner up, and he's just like, bro, I believe in you. I know this shit sounds kind of wild, but I'm gonna hold it down, and we're gonna make sure that Toman, is forever prosperous, and that the people we care about, get the best end result.
You know what? Before you reminded me of that, I was gonna go A, but because of how crazy season one ended, and this might like, this is the whole season one, but how crazy that ended, which I think had one of the craziest anime endings of all time of recent history, whatever, like of this last season of recent history type thing.
Shit is dark.
Yeah, and because it's like, even let's say this, each arc after anime and it gets sadder and sadder. Different story for a different day though. But it's like the first person within the group to kind of give him that solidified belief in himself. He is a badass in his own right. And it's like, just having somebody who believes in you, man, just off some real life shit, that goes a long way to keep you motivated. Because Takamichi was like, man, this shit's not working. I should just go back to my regular life, live like my 9 to 5 at when he was like 30. Like, it wasn't as stressful as this. But somebody just giving you that little instant confidence can go bounds, and you want to keep going with pursue your career, your ambition, your dreams, etc. So I'm gonna go bottom of S, man. So I'm just off that.
That's fair. Yeah.
But like, if I
feel kind of weird because we put him above Baji, but
yeah, that's why I want to say A.
I feel like he's closer to the main character, is what gave him that extra push.
Yeah, because Baji felt like a Mikey Draken, like the original Tomon founders type of group.
Yeah, and Baji, if you remember, Baji was operating like on his own.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was trying to take care of things on his own until the end.
Exactly. All right, it's my go, I think.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna just get this is Mikey's like stepsister. You remember her?
Yeah, I remember her.
I'm gonna just go put her. I'm gonna say D, man. Not because she ain't a bad character or whatever, but she didn't do anything. Like, am I tripping?
Nah, you're not. She's.
And no, what I thought it was gonna do in the last episode. I thought it was gonna be like a little fun end of the season type shit. That's why I thought she was doing that little double date shit. But then it just got dark. It just got dark. Like, I thought that little season finale was gonna be chill. We're gonna get in out here, and they were like, nope. killing motherfuckers at the end, or apparently killing motherfuckers at the end of the season. So
They killing niggas throughout. They don't give a fuck.
facts. So I'm just gonna go D. She ain't a bad character. If there's any fans or fangirls or fanboys of her out there, I just gotta put D, man. Just D.
Just comparatively to everybody else,
Everybody.
because she's kind of like the tie between like Draken and Mikey. But she, no spoiler, like she has the potential to move up later.
Right.
I'll say that.
Go,
For
bro.
me, let's go ahead and just put actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and hit Mikey.
That's mine. For me.
Yeah, definitely S. I'm gonna say he's S because he is like the badass of the show, but he also has a lot of layers to him.
I'm gonna put these two next together. Guy, let's put this. I don't know. I would debate who's better, but like I know I'm Mikey, you're Draken, and it's like we don't have that third person. So you guys comment who you like better, Draken or Mikey. And just put that out there. Who do you think is a better character too, by the way? So get back to your point, my man. My bad.
Oh no, you good. But yeah, Mikey is just like he is the badass. So everyone's like, when he comes on the screen, you're anticipating him to kick somebody in the fucking head. But like even like outside of that, like he's a leader who's not without his scars, not without his trials, not without it, there's so much to that man, and it's just like it almost could. I mean, Takamichi follows them so much that it could almost be basically all about Mikey. But he's one of the characters where I feel like if you told it from his perspective, you would get an even darker tale, and he could serve as like the main protagonist.
How would you feel if we had like if you could get all three? Well, we kind of have to talk. If you could get a series about Mikey or Draken, like from their perspective, which one would you want?
I'd say Mikey.
Yeah, I would too.
Mikey's perspective more so because you know, he has to live with having a big heart, caring about a lot of people, but also like I don't want to go into spoilers. We keep pushing. But yeah,
I
I say
talk
Mikey.
about Mikey. Well, for sport, it's so hard because we're like so much like we've seen so much and we understand what he's done at this point and stuff like that. And I kind of want to talk about it so bad, but no spoilers. Just the fact that season one, you learn about his brother passing and what that did to him and how he almost like killed the shit out of this of because Kuza, I can never say his name right, but I know it was the K. Almost in a one timeline,
Kazutora.
he beat the fuck out of him and killed him. Another line, he damn near killed him, but because of this nigga, obviously he saved him. But it's just that he did that while still loving and caring about him. It's just like he has no type. Like I feel like once you do him wrong, he just has no more compass about you anymore. And that's what scares me about him. That's what should scare everybody as a reader. Once you do him wrong, or he's probably thought you done him wrong, he just go like it's like he has like black eye, like his eyelids are like black shut. He's almost non-human in a sense. And I like that, and it's like, but it's also he has so much trauma, probably some type of like anxiety, like there's a lot of probably like clinical diagnosed things that he has that is getting shown in the most extreme way, of course. So
Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
as for me, I would love to talk to you more about that another day, maybe after season two is over or a manga. Maybe when I get caught, we both get copies of the manga, we come back and we discuss this again. So
We could do
yeah,
like a character analysis.
yeah, that type thing. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I just might go. Hey, we on the big guns, man. Takamichi, man. It's gonna be a little whatever. I'm about to say from season one, I'm gonna go 8.
I agree.
Only
I was
because
gonna say
these other motherfuckers I think are on a different level. I might not even go. No, I would take him over. Okay, I would say top 8. Yeah, I say top of eight because
Top of A.
he's
Top
still
of
the
A.
main character. But it's like, how do you feel? I want to ask you about this. How do you feel about him not being able to fight and be on these levels of these other guys? What do you think of it? Do you have a problem with him not even, pro- not him, not even him progressing with his fighting skills that much by the end of season one or even later on? How do you feel about that?
So initially I was like, yeah, why this boy can't fight? But then as I'm watching the series, like I'm kind of putting like my big boy hat on and talking with, some of the homies, like shout out Niche. Um, but talking to her and shout out Chaco as well. Calling me Chaco. But just talking to them and like really just thinking about like the trauma this boy has gone through, the fact that like as a anime watcher, we have a certain expectation for our main protagonist, but as a human being, like we gotta come from like a place of understanding. Like this boy literally ran from a fucked up lifestyle, and he's dealing with the trauma of being, what was essentially to him, quote unquote, a slave, um, where he's really like mentally fucked up. Like he's scared shitless. He hasn't really grown. When we meet him, he hasn't really grown since running away from home. He just kind of kept running away, and you see that when he's like conflicting on what he should do. Should I keep fighting and get my ass whooped, or should I like dip out? And for that, I really give him respect because at every turn, it's easier to be able to have hands and beat someone's ass versus knowing you don't have hands and still sticking around and not running. You know, I do kind of hope that he gets like some defense. He ain't got to knock niggas out, but just like you know, a little bit more defense. Maybe a training montage, but that's about it. He could be a crybaby. That's good with me. He a crybaby hero.
So if you were to give some character some flaws you don't like about him, what are some of the flaws you don't like? Some of the things you really don't like.
Some things I don't like. I don't like that he's a grown ass man that basically goes back in time
And you
and
can't manipulate the situation just a little bit.
yeah, it's like he working with fucking 15-year-olds, my nigga. Like
You're like you're 30.
pull not to be like that, pull some Kasaki shit. Like you should be gaming the system, not being pulled into the game.
Right.
But that's once again because of the trauma, and he ain't never really grow. I
Yeah,
would say
it's like
mentally, he
it's
just
like
kind of got stuck in place.
it's like his mental space just got stuck at like 15. He just got older with time, of course, and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot. We talked about this too, Devious. A lot of people use anime as escape to get from their problems and stuff like that. But it's like Takamichi is the most grounded. Like we even talk about this with like another main character, Deku. Earlier Deku. A lot of people don't like to cry baby because it's like, oh, you didn't come to anime for this. But it's like I think in an anime, if you can have a main character who isn't overpowered, or Goku, even a Naruto at a certain point, or Luffy, or et cetera, but overcomes things through like understanding that they're a human and they can't do stuff like that. I think that makes it more powerful, more connected. Because so whenever he does throw that punch or whatever, it's gonna feel crazier than any punch Goku's ever thrown in my life, in my opinion. Because it's like,
Exactly.
you're gonna be like, wow, like I read 300 chapters and I feel growth. I grew up with him in a sense or something like that. That's how I feel. Everybody could disagree with me, but I think Takamichi has a lot of room to grow, even as a 30-year-old. We all growing. But yeah, I would say A for right now from season one with a lot of potential to move up.
Then he plays to his strengths too. So like he understands he's not a brawler, you know.
You got to cut.
Like
Like, he's trying to smooth his way through things.
yeah, well that and I would say he's even like empath. So basically he sees these delinquents, what society would consider outcasts, and he is able to see them for who they really are, which are kids who weren't given the best situations and their only outlet was fighting. um so like if you ever notice, like his mission isn't to beat anyone's ass. He never walks into a fight like I'm finna beat their ass. his mission is to protect his friends and make sure Toman is, secure. And I would argue that he accomplishes the mission when he's not having to go back in time, but he accomplishes the mission perfectly in the end, which is he keeps his people protected, and he keeps the Toman and everyone together. He's the glue.
Right. He's the glue guy.
So if you're looking at him for to fuck people up, you're looking at the wrong protagonist. If you're looking at someone who can, hold people together, be the voice of reason, be able to take punches, show the weaker people that they have strength too, this your guy.
This is your guy. All right, man. It is your go.
Let's go with, what's his name? He's the one with the red hair. I did a post about him.
I don't remember what he did. I'm gonna be honest.
He is Takamichi's childhood friend. He was the one that was ready to stab Kiyomasa.
Oh, yeah.
In the original timeline, he stabs Kiyomasa and goes to jail.
I remember that. Okay.
Unfortunately, he is also the motherfucker that kills his girl.
Yeah.
So I would throw him at, actually, no, I'm gonna throw him at B. Here's why he's B. All right, I had to think about it because I almost put him in C. He's in B because, one, he was ready to stab Kiyomasa on their behalf. If Takamichi hadn't stepped in, he was willing to catch a body to help himself and help his friends. 2, he is also the same one who pulled up on him. I think, yeah, he was also the same one to stand with him while he was with Hinata and face off against Kiyomasa when they were trying to get dragged into the hospital. He pushed up.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was there. He had his boys back. He wasn't the best brawler, but he carried his weight and he made sure that Takamichi, Draken, and Hinata were covered in order to get my man to the hospital. He has a lot.
Oh, he's the one. Oh yeah, he was mad.
He's the one who kills himself. Yeah.
Okay. He was mad cool. Yeah, I'll go B too. He did a lot of things. He just, he ended up killing himself. So it's like, damn.
He's the one who pushed Takamichi into the train. He's the one who killed himself.
My thing is,
he's the one who's fucked up Hinata. Like, he's literally intertwined in the whole thing and the fucked up.
I mean, in a way, he kind of started it because he pushed him into the train.
Exactly. So he's B.
Did he ever explain his reasoning in this season why pushing him in the train?
He had no choice. It was order handed down by the higher ups, and basically if he don't do it, he's gonna die himself. So it's kind of like,
okay,
yeah, that's why he didn't do it because he wanted to. He did it because he didn't feel like he had
because in that timeline they had just killed the girl he was like his shawty a few days ago, like a few weeks ago maybe. So like getting rid of like the rest of Toman and shit like that, right?
Yeah. He's a catalyst. He's right up there with. He's not always on screen, but when he's on screen, he has impact like Hinata and Naoto, I would say.
Okay. I think it's my girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with how do you say it again?
Kazutora? Let me see.
I'm gonna go
Kazutora. Yeah.
I'm gonna go A. How you feel about that? I'm gonna go A.
I say he might be considered C.
I'm gonna say YA because I mean just all the fact he was if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean B. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I would say A because of what he did. I mean, in a sense, he kind of was the head of starting that whole bloody Halloween. He was around with Mikey in the formation of Toman because of that. Even him getting killed off when Mikey killed him in the original timeline, that also impacted the series because it shifted Draken to going to death row. It shifted Mikey down to going to a dark path. So I feel like when he was involved with something, the impact was always going to be there. I guess you could say it was like a whatever somebody does is gonna be an impact. But I really feel like his impact, even though he got sent away to juvie or whatever, I feel like it was mad high. I thought he pushed that whole even arc or saga or whatever you want to call it, pushed Toma to the brink. I thought then also them winning caused Hama and these two motherfuckers to join or whatever and to take in some of all the hollow. So that's why I said, hey, I could be could be tripping. What about you? How you feeling?
I mean, I don't think you tripping because I'm trying to figure out my argue points for B. It's just for me, like he did have like a fight integration or like relationship connection to Mikey and Toman and Draken. Um, he was just there for a short spell
That is true.
though, and I felt like just as a character, like his motivation
Was stupid.
was yeah, it was stupid because like
Yeah,
he was pissed because he went to jail for
something that
killing
something that he
Mikey's
did.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something that he
And
like, dude. Nobody told you to kill his brother, and I think Mikey got him like a plea deal, like where he only had to do because he was supposed to do like till he was 18. He got out like 15 or 14 or whatever because he was gonna be there for a long time. But then Mikey vouched for his character or something like that and got him less time.
exactly. So for
Yeah,
kind of like that reason, I put him at B because I'm like, you had a nice backstory. You do have a cool character design. You are a badass. I give him kudos for punching the mediator out because he was like, "Yo, this ain't no fucking anime, nigga. This is
right.
real life. We came here to beat everybody's ass."
Facts.
So I put him at B though, because of Taurus. He's a B.
Okay. But I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Because his whole purpose was just like the Halloween arc,
Yeah, that's true.
bloody Halloween.
Yeah, that's true. All right. How you feeling? It's your choice, brother.
I'm gonna put Pawn. He's the one on the far right.
This
I'm gonna put him at C. He's okay. He ain't do too much. He's loyal. He's like a douchebag, but he's like loyal to the gang to a fault. He's just kind of like a meathead.
I was gonna put him in D, but yeah, C's all right. He didn't do shit.
Well, I put him in C because we got somebody else I got to put in D.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm cool with C. He didn't do anything for real. For real. He got his ass beat a lot. So, all right. I'm gonna go with. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he's D.
I don't even remember him.
That's Pawn's underling. He's the one who stabs. He's the he's the one who betrays Toman because Pawn went to jail and he was upset about it. He was butthurt about it. And I was like, nigga, what are you?
Yeah, dude.
Your homies know D. I'm like, your homie said I'm taking the rap for this. Y'all go ahead and you still pressed
Oh yeah, they
about.
were because they were fucking with my Takamichi. They were fucking with Takamichi, I think, right? Or they were fucking with somebody in Toma, and
They
then
were fucking with the people in the red shit that got dissolved. Mobius.
yeah, yeah,
They
okay,
they pulled up on Mobius and remember somebody got stabbed and then that's when he was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna take the rap. Y'all just go on ahead." And that's when Draken and Mikey butted heads.
right. All right.
Um,
It's your go, bro.
I'm gonna put I think Mitsuya. I'm gonna put him in A.
Honestly,
Mitsuya.
if we did manga, I might have put him in S. I'm not gonna lie. If we did manga, but I know we're
I
gonna.
know. I know. That's why I had to put him at A. Relax.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Um, but yeah, I put him in A because he is one of the first captains to really interact with Takamichi. Yeah, of the captains, like even before I want to say Baji, like Mitsuya has kind of always been in Takamichi's corner. Of course, ooh, is that covered in the anime? I don't know.
Well, I think about moving down to B because he did interact, but like He didn't really do anything else. If I'm unless I'm
Not yet. Okay, I might be clouded by manga knowledge. So
I might
yeah,
I
but
might have
I would definitely put him at S if we include a manga content.
you cool moving him down to B because he didn't really do anything else. But he had some interactions, but it was like most of his sorry for that. But yes, his all his stuff came in like B. So I mean, all his stuff came like in the manga. So for me, I think I would go B.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that.
Yeah, we can rearrange B if you want, but we got these two left.
I don't really be paying attention to the order. It's more
Yeah,
like if you
if
in
you in
whatever
there,
rank you in.
you in there.
Nigga, I don't even remember him. He's D. I
I
don't
don't
even remember
I
guy.
don't remember. I don't remember, bro. To be honest.
D by default.
Yeah. All right. You want to talk about him?
That's the homie.
Yeah.
That's Takamichi's one of his childhood friends. I respect them because they ride for Takamichi and they pull up, but him as a character, I mean, he could go to D or C for me. It's kind of like it's either or. I don't have any real redeeming stuff to say about him other than like he's always there with Takamichi, but he's not as like prevalent as what's my boy's name with the red hair?
I shit. I know what you mean. Yeah, he doesn't have the impact of the dude that.
Atsushi.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like his impact. Like, I mean, we're struggling to like remember his name. I mean,
Takuya. Takuya is the name of the person we're on. Atsushi is the red hair guy.
Okay, yeah.
I apologize for my pronunciation, y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
please give your boy a little bit of grace.
yeah, facts. Where would you rank him? I probably say like what C.
Yeah, he's better than Kiyomasa, so yeah, I put him at C.
Yeah.
Just compared to the rest of the folks. I kind of felt bad that Shorty's down there with Kiyomasa though. Like really, like all the dirt bags is in D, and I don't know, she belonged there.
We'll
But
put her top.
we ain't seen.
We'll put her top of D, man. Top of D.
Yeah, she'll move up. She'll
Yeah.
move up once we get more material.
Facts.
Promise y'all. I promise y'all.
Facts. So overall, before we get out of here, looking at our tier list, do you see anything that people might be a little butthurt about or a little controversial?
Hell yeah! The fact that we put Chifuyu over Baji, that's a motherfucker right there. The fact that we put Takamichi in A while we put Mikey and Draken in S.
I feel like
There might be a little crybaby bias.
most people feel like Takamichi isn't a good MC though. So
He is a good MC. I just enjoy,
I enjoy the other two a lot.
Those two better.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
And he don't regulate shit like Kasaki.
Yeah.
So it's just like other than that, I think we pretty fair.
Facts. I do too.
We are kind of heavy loaded in S though. So if we had to, maybe Chifuyu could go down with Baji, because I'm like putting Chifuyu over Baji. It's okay.
I'm okay.
I can stand on that, because like I said, Chifuyu, he was Baji subordinate, but he had a lot closer connection, or ended up with a lot closer connection to Takamichi. Ended up being, more involved in Takamichi's journey than Baji. As a character, he's also, like, yeah, I'll give it to him.
Right. Yeah, I'm overall I'm happy with this tier list, and I can not complain. So, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Before you even get out of here, you guys comment. Where are we tripping at? Who's too high? Who's too low? Mikey versus Draken, however you pronounce it. Who is the better character? You comment all that down below. And now I'm gonna stop the share, and we're gonna plug our stuff and get out of here, man. So, man, before we get out of here, tell them, where can we find the whole Urban Sama shebang at? Where can we find you guys?
All right, y'all. So basically, if you're looking for Black Anime Hub, you want to look up Urban Sama. We have live discussions. We have blog posts. We have games. We got the whole kit and caboodle. If you want it, just look for Urban Sama. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, IG, Clubhouse, all that. Fuck with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys, all the links will be below in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, please comment. Let us know what is up. Like, give us your tier listing. Give me a screenshot. Show it. Remember, nobody's opinion is the defined truth or fact. We all are just out here giving our anime opinions and just having a good time and chopping it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Remember, go like, comment, and subscribe. Turn notification bell for notified for all podcasts and or like type of videos. Remember, Anime Again Show from TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. You can find Anime Again Show Weebaholics Podcast on all podcasting platforms. Again, I didn't mean to say this. We just hit 4K plays on Spotify. I'm so grateful for you guys, and 1K plus subscribers now on YouTube. I am greatly thankful for you guys, and we have a big video coming out soon, just to giving thanks and stuff like that. So you guys stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode again, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.